Hello and welcome to this video on how to create a new log for your vessel. By this time you've used the example log quite a bit and you've learned a little bit how the program works. You've probably looked at the trip log and looked at the maintenance log and the fuel log and other logs here. And so you have a pretty good idea at this point of how the program works, and you want to make up your own log. Okay, we're going to do that right now. We're going to use one of the buttons up here on the button bar, and the one we're going to use is right here. And you see the little help thing comes up real quick, and it says new log. We're going to click that with the left mouse button, and we get a little dialog here that tells us that if we're upgrading from our free program, vessel log, there's some data that can be imported into your new log. But being as we're not going to do that, we're just going to acknowledge this by clicking the OK button. Now the next thing it comes up and asks you is that would you like to keep your current lookup tables? Now I'd have to say that keeping the current lookup tables is quite important. The reason is that this gives you at least a place to start. You can always add your own items to the lookup tables as you enter your different things into your logs, but at least you have a place to start with. Okay, so we're going to say yes to this. Now it's asking us, where do we want to store this log? Well, we can't store it in the same directory as the program in Windows 7 or Windows Vista. So we're going to go into the C drive. On the left here, I'm going to click on the C drive. And then I'm going to also create a new folder. We're going to use this option up here. It may be a little different on your computer, but you want to create a new folder. And I'm going to just call it My Logs. How's that? And as our log file name, which will be down here, well, first of all, we have to double click on that folder so that we go into it. Now in our actual name of our log, we're just going to call it, this is going to be test log. Okay? And once we got that all set up, we're going to say save. All right, now it comes up and asks you, if you have a generator or water maker, you might want to set up a starting hour value for either or both of these items. Do you want to set up either a generator or a water maker starting hours value, or do you want to leave them set at 0 hours? Well, if you have a generator or water maker, you probably already have hours on them, and if you set the starting hours here, that'll allow the program to keep an accurate tabulation and an accurate count of the number of run hours on these two items. So I'm going to say yes because I have both a generator and a water maker. So I'm going to click yes. The setting date really doesn't matter. And I only have one generator, so I'm going to put in the starting hours, 23:56. And my water maker, I'm going to say that my water maker starting hours is 1824. And once you look at this to be sure everything is correct, because it can't be changed later, you need to come down here and get ready to click this button. But first of all, go back and check that everything is the way you want it. Then when you're ready, come down here and click the button with your left mouse button. Alright, it didn't look like anything happened, but those values were saved, and you are now ready to input data in your own log. You notice that even though we got the fuel log up, now there's nothing in it at all. The maintenance log is empty, so is the trip log. This is a completely blank log. It is your log. Alright, the next item of business would be to perform a setup so that the program can work the best with your vessel. In order to do that, you need to watch the video on using the setup screens to set up the Yacht Manager program. Please do that at this time.